Hey guys, this is Gabriel Lorenzi, creator of the blog Grupo Dicas, one of the biggest travel blogs in the world, and today we are going to talk about the top 5 tours in Berlin. What are the tours you can't leave out and what are the tours you have to buy? Those tours that you need an entrance, you need to pay for, where to buy the cheapest, what's the price of each one, if each one is worth it or not worth it, some general tips for you to know exactly which tours are really worth including in your itinerary, because Berlin has thousands of tours to make your trip as unmissable as possible. So guys, enjoy the video. Don't forget to give us that like because that's really important for us. Give us that like, subscribe to the channel because that really helps us a lot, and buckle up. Well, Berlin is a city that has a lot of history, a lot of sites, and I know that sometimes it's a little bit complicated to put together an itinerary. What do I know? How can I make the most of the days I spend there? So we decided to create here, folks, a very cool video with 5 tours that you need to buy in Berlin, which require the purchase of the tickets, the entrance, the tour, because there are many free things to do in Berlin. Stroll around the Brandenburg Gate, go to the parks behind it, which is incredible, to the squares, the Holocaust Museum. There are several things that you can do on your own. We talk about everything in the video about what to do in Berlin, which is very nice. Watch it later. We talk about shopping, restaurants, everything about what to do there. This video we took here the top 5 tours in Berlin for the tourists, so you can organize yourself, see the price, see how much it costs, and buy them or leave everything planned. So what did we do? We got a site here, folks, which is the website we have been using for years to buy all the tours and excursions in Europe. It's the second largest seller of tickets and tours in the world. It's very good and reliable, so we always use it, and we have listed the 5 best-selling tours in Berlin. This helps to understand what are the main attractions that tourists know and pay for when you go there. Of course, it doesn't mean that they are the best, so I'll help here by saying if I agree, if I disagree, if I think it's worth it or not worth it, and then we talk about the others that are not on the list and are also worth including, because Berlin, folks, has a lot of tours, a lot of history, so it requires a lot of planning. So let's go. So, going straight to the point, the best-selling tour in Berlin is the Sachsenhausen concentration camp. It's one of the closest ones to Berlin. It's a concentration camp that tells the whole history of the Jews. It's a sad place. It's not a cool place like, whoa, let's visit, but it's good for us to understand and remember the past, even to better understand the history. It's a place where the energy is a little bit difficult, but I think it's worth it. It's a very valid experience for us to reflect and get to know it. It's the most historic and emotionally charged place in Berlin. I think it's worth it. It's a very interesting tour that to take it costs $22. It's not an expensive tour. The ticket is not included, okay guys, the train ticket, the subway ticket, but I'll explain it to you in the next tour. Another very nice tip. So this is the tour. There is a guide that speaks Spanish or English. You can choose one of the two and he will explain everything, showing you. It's very nice. There is the meeting point. He takes you there. Everything's included. It's a very nice tour, which I think is worth including in your itinerary. An important tip to save money on the tickets is the following: buy in advance. Never leave it to be bought there on the spot because you will lose a lot of time in line. The lines are big in these main tourist attractions, and when you buy them there you will pay more, so buy them online beforehand. It's always cheaper. I'll leave here below in the description of the video and in the first fixed comment this website that we use, which always has the best prices. It's reliable. Use it, compare it with the others. You will see that it's a very nice place there for you to organize your whole trip, the tours, the tickets. And another tip to make you save even more, this website, when we bought it, was in our currency, in Portuguese. You can make the purchase in your local currency and not pay the 6 and a bit of IOF for an international transaction, which you would pay if you bought it in Germany or at the website of one of these attractions, which is an international website. So you buy there, you can pay whatever you want, the payment, and you save more. The second best-selling ticket on the website now, it's a really cool tip. It's called Welcome Berlin or Berlin Welcome Card. Each one calls it one way, but it's a transport pass that you buy in advance and save a lot. It gives you access to use Berlin's transportation at will, which is very good. The subway, the buses, the transportation there is exceptional. It's worth it, and you end up saving a lot with this card. There are several options, okay? There are 48 hours option, which are 2 days, 72-hour option, 4-day options, 5-day options. My tip, see exactly how much you will need to use. Sometimes you are already well located in a nice hotel. Watch the section on where to stay in Berlin that will show you the best area of Berlin to stay in. Sometimes you already are close to 2 or 3 tourist attractions, so leave one day to get to know everything on foot without paying anything, and then the other 2 days, for example, that you go to places that are further away, then you can buy the 48-hour ticket and use it to visit other places, and you will save a little bit. And it's very practical, very easy. And this Welcome Card Berlin, it also has a discount of 50% in many museums of the city. You can still save a lot of money with this, so take a look. The 48-hour one, for example, for 2 days it costs $24, so it's a nice price and you will be able to get around the whole city. The third best-selling tour is the Berlin tourist bus, the famous hop on hop off or sightseeing. Every European tourist city has this bus and it's very good. Why? You will pay, for example, $25 to use it in 1 day, and it's a circular bus. It has a route that goes through the main tourist attractions. It's for tourists, and then it stops and you get off, and it has several buses that make this route, so every 30 minutes at least, sometimes 15 minutes, you will have one of these buses passing by again, and you can get on with your tickets, get off. You stay there for an hour, go back to the bus, stop, take another bus, go to another attraction. There's a map. It's all very easy, intuitive. It's very nice to get to know a good part of the city in 1 day. It's very fast. You can do everything. It's another very nice option to get around, and it goes to all the main tourist attractions, and it's panoramic. The roof is open at the top and it's all glass at the bottom. There's a guide who explains, look to the right, here you see the palace, look to the right, here's the Berlin Cathedral. So you get to know the place in a very nice way and in a very explanatory way, so you pay very little for an excellent service for tourism. The thing about the guides too, guys, then check out this website of the tickets. It's very cool because there are 2 things, okay? They have the free tours. There are 3 tours around Berlin. One is about the Berlin Wall. The other one is about the Jewish history. There are about 3-4 different tours that are free. They do that because you go there. It's a very good service, okay, guys? Even free. You can buy, you go see, you don't pay anything. I think it's a penny, and then they do it. And why? Because then they try to sell you the tours. They try to captivate people, to serve them well, and then take them somewhere. So take a look at these tours that are free and very nice to explain the history of Berlin, and there are others that are paid tours, which are also cooler, and you go to the Holocaust Museum, you go to very historical places with a guide that will explain you about the city of Berlin in a more detailed and exclusive way. As it is very rich in information and history, these tours I think are worthwhile. Take a look, choose 1 or 2. And guys, any questions you may have about the trip, you can send them to us and we'll try to help you, okay? It's even easier, add me on Instagram @SpyLorenzi, send me a direct message that I'll help you. Sometimes it takes a few days, but I'm answering everyone, and take the time to follow us there because we are always showing travel tips. And now we are living in Orlando, here in the United States, close to Disney. We show the whole day of routine here, the parks, the shopping, the food, everything different. And we have a new channel, the Família Lorenzi, in which we blog about our day-to-day life, the parks, the trips. Then subscribe and give us a hand there. The fourth best-selling tour in Berlin is the TV Tower ticket. For those who don't know, it's one of the most iconic towers in Europe. It's a very tall tower that was built in the tourist area of Berlin. It has a very cool history and its design is very different. It's located at Alexanderplatz, which is a very important square in Berlin, which is a tourist attraction that you have to visit. So if you go up there, it will be very nice. You will have a very nice view of the whole city. And down there, guys, there is a clock too, which is very famous. Take a look because you have to visit there. Anyway, there is the old city hall. It's a very touristy area, so you take the time to go up. It's fast. It takes about 30 40 minutes, okay? You can go up, there is a Belvedere Observatory, it's a very nice, and then you go down and continue your tour. The ticket costs $25, and the good thing is that you don't have to wait in line. It's a tour that I think it's very nice to do. Try to do it during the day because I think the view of Berlin is more beautiful during the day than at night, so you can enjoy it better. So remember to go during the day because it's more beautiful. And the fifth tour, which is also very nice, I think is the most beautiful tour of all. It's the Potsdam tour. Potsdam, everybody, is a city close to Berlin, beautiful, one of the most beautiful cities in Germany. It combines a lot of art with nature. There are beautiful palaces there. There is the Sanssouci place, which is beautiful, which was the favorite of King Prussia Frederick II, who was very famous there in Germany. He built this city. He made it as beautiful as possible. The palace is beautiful. There's the garden. There is a cemetery with the Soviet memorial that's also very interesting to see. There is the Brandenburg Gate, which is in Potsdam too, just like in Berlin. There is a Dutch district. It's a very nice city to visit, and this tour lasts about 6 hours. I think it's a little different from Berlin, and it's nice for you to know a little bit more of a place with nature, with a German beauty that's different from the historic and tourist center of the city. So it's good to change perspectives a little bit. And besides these tours, people, there are several others here. Then go to the website, do some research. Each one has a taste. There are tours that sometimes some people like to do, others don't. And then people go to the website because there are many tours, many excursions. I mentioned the 5 main ones, but there are many others. Sometimes there is something that one person likes and another one doesn't. It depends on taste as well. Go researching because it's very descriptive. There are images. It's very nice to research. I'll quickly mention here the others, okay guys, that I think are cool to include that are not in the top 5. There is the Spree River Cruise, which is one of the main rivers that crosses the whole city of Berlin, guys. It's worth it. It's a tour that's not expensive. It costs $28 and you get to know it better from another view, and the boat ride is always very nice. It's something, it's a very nice experience. There's the Sea Life Berlin ticket, which is an aquarium, and for those who have children, I think it's worth it. For those who don't, it's not such a spectacular aquarium, so I don't think you need to. You can replace it. There's also a very nice visit to the courtyards and arts in the Jewish quarter. For those who want to know more about Jewish history, it's worth it. It's a cheap tour. It's $15. It's more of a visit. It's a tour through the region. It's very quiet, and I think it's also worth including in the itinerary. There is a beer tour that's very nice. It's $35. If you go through the best bars in Berlin, you will get to know the beers. They will explain everything to you. It's a very nice tour. You will meet a lot of people. It's a lively profile for those who like beer and excitement. It's a cool place, and there is also a private tour in several languages. There is one in Portuguese, Spanish, and English, which is a private tour through Berlin, which is a guide, and each city has its own guide. It's cool because you have someone speaking your language, explaining it to you. It's very nice. It's $160, but you get to see the whole city. It's a very nice tour, very exclusive, which is nice for those who want to understand and sometimes have difficulty with the language. No one deserves it in Germany either. Understanding German is already difficult, so any help with the language that's more similar to ours is very welcome. And there is also the ticket for the ice bar, which is the last one I will mention, and it costs $23. It's very cool. For those who don't know, the ice bar, every tourist city knows has one, is an ice bar. The glasses are ice. It's all ice. It's different experience. Maybe it's worth including there to do at night or in the afternoon. Another option that's very fun. And another cool tip, this website is where we always buy the transfers from the airport to the hotel. And why? We found out that on this website, it's cheaper to buy this transfer than to take a cab or an Uber to the spot. And the cab usually gives problems. Sometimes there are those scams in tourists. It's more difficult to communicate. With the transfer, you can already register. You get there on time. When you leave at the airport, there will already be a person with your name on it. They take you to the car. They help you with your bags and go straight to your hotel when you have no problem at all. You will arrive at your hotel much more relaxed, and I found it really nice. Here below, folks, I'll also leave a list of the links that we use that are the places that over the years we have discovered and found to be the cheapest, the best, reliable, that we regularly have headaches with. So use them here below to organize your trip. You will see that you will save a lot of money and you won't have a headache on your trip. There's a chip that we use to use the cell phone in Europe, which is very good. Now it's digital. You no longer need to receive the physical chip. It's a QR code that goes by email. You install it in your cell phone. It's a very practical one and fast. The travel insurance comparator, which is mandatory. Travel insurance for Europe people, do not travel without one. This comparator finds incredible prices. It compares the pricing all the best insurance companies and they are unbeatable. We only use them too. We always save a lot. There is also the train website, which is the biggest site in Europe where you can buy train tickets. You will save a lot buying them online beforehand. It's almost half the price than if you buy them directly on the spot. This website for you to buy your euros, your pounds. Guys, everything is here below. So take a look. There is a hotel that we stayed in Berlin that's very good, well located, great value for money. There is a map with the best region of Berlin for you to find the best ones. Guys, it's got everything. Everything you need for Berlin is here in the description and in the first comment. Save this video, share it because you will use it there. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give us a like and subscribe to the channel here because it really helps us a lot. And don't forget to check out the other videos that are very good. There is the one about what to do in Berlin, where to stay in Berlin, what to do in Munich, where to stay in Munich, the roadmap through Germany. There is everything, guys. Check it out. The coolest video that I will highlight is this one about how to travel cheaply to Germany. It's a very complete video that we created for your entire trip, saving a lot on everything. I will leave it here above and below the playlist with all the other videos from Germany for you to watch. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much and have nice trips.